Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good morning for some.
Hello, everybody.
Michael, is it good morning or good afternoon? Afternoon for you.
Whatever
Where's
works.
your head?
Whatever works for you, folks, works for me.
Hope you're all well, guys. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who have, how many have we got in here?
Oh,
right now?
hundreds, 44.
Hundreds. So yeah, lovely to see all of you. Like it's creeping up. The final live, the final countdown. Can you see it?
Nope.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we we got in one last
Do you need a lozenge?
live with you. I do not need a lozenge. Unlike you, apparently. Mikey's under the weather.
Oof. The things I do for you folks.
Yeah, we wanted to do one more. So we might have a couple of special guests coming in as well. Maybe. He says if he can get away, he can. He will. We will see. But yeah, it'd be nice to spend the hour, go over some memorable moments, some of the kind of highlights, ours. I'd love to hear some of that. So yeah, we love that.
Anything for the commentators. That's for you. That's you folks.
Exactly. All right, why don't you dive into some questions, young Michael? We can talk a little bit about some of our travels, because obviously we've not been, I don't know, when the last time we done a live, was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month? Or
Probably a month ago, I would
it was
imagine.
a while ago anyway. Was it before we were down south for the Lexi and Jim trips? I think it was.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, because we did film, but we didn't have a live a couple of weeks ago when we filmed.
Right.
So yeah, let's touch on some of that stuff as well. It's going to be,
Yeah.
those were fun.
A lot of people made the final chat. Mike C. Oh,
Good way
there
to
it
kick
is.
off the-
Good way to kick off the week.
Yep.
Saying bye-bye, toodaloo, bon voyage, adios. Yeah.
Sad. It's a sad day. It is a sad day.
Some people can't make the live, but they'll watch later. Cheers for the year was always a great start to the week. It was a good way to start the week.
Definitely. Dave Fogel will miss the boys. Thank you, Dave Fogel. We will miss all of you guys. And Paige, he says. I don't know if you'll have to miss Paige. I think Paige will, I would imagine she'll still be part of the club champion family moving forward.
Yeah.
Don't see why not. So I don't think you will have to miss Paige on the channel.
Nice compliment from Michael Ocean. Driving the GT3 very well. Thank you, sir. I
Yeah,
do
you're
like that
driving
driver.
good.
It's nice.
I actually think the part that kind of brought it to life was GT3 is a great driver, but I thought you drove it really good with TSR3 as well. I think it was when you put that Shogun in there, you
Yeah.
started driving it better. You
Made a
weren't
big
driving
difference.
GT3 well with that Faruga shaft.
No. Too. I think it was too soft.
Too soft.
1K was okay. Had
Yeah.
a decent run with it, but this Shogun has really, really been good.
Yep. Definitely. There's David.
David
How
Dring.
are we, David Dring?
Nice
Out in
photo.
Calgary. Yes, that's a great photo. I've had a few people sending me pictures and hoodies and ball markers over the last 24 hours, and yeah, lots of that.
Whisker Rub says, all you guys who weren't here for the first live with Cam on Jan 3rd, 2018.
Get to the back of the bus.
Back of the bus.
Cam Kennedy and I standing in the middle of that bay, looking up at that TV screen. We had sort of connected it, so we were kind of reading the questions off the big TV screen. Cammy's like deer in the headlights.
Those first few videos
Yeah.
were nerve-wracking.
Well, thankfully the lighting has gotten better.
That's true.
Since
That's true.
those early days. Okay.
Rob Potter, evening gents, evening sir.
By the way, hold on, before we get to Mr. Potter, who's of great importance to us. Of course the lads are late for their last show.
We were right on time.
We literally...
Dave Fogel just likes to be controversial. That's all right.
Fogel,
You love the attention.
don't start. We were not late. We were literally sitting here 20 minutes ago waiting for it to go live, so we know we were not late. Okay, Mr. Potter.
Just said good evening.
Good evening, Rob. Yeah, Rob is another one that you know, one of the things about this channel is we've obviously got to meet people, get to know people. We've never met Rob in person, but I feel like we're old friends, and there's lots of people that are in the same boat with the channel over the last 7 years. It'll be 7 years. What day are we today?
December 9th.
Yeah, a week tomorrow, the channel will be 7 years old. And yeah, we've got to know so many of you. So it'd be sad, but I mean, that's the beauty of social media and other platforms is, you know, it's the final interaction on this platform in this format, but it certainly won't be the last, that's for sure.
Travis McGovern's asking, are you passing the channel on to someone or completely shutting it down? The channel will live on with some new characters on the channel. I don't know who they are, but they will deliver new equipment reviews, etc., into the whatever goes on after this. You will see our ugly mugs.
Yeah.
The start of the new year with all the new gear. We went out to California and we tested everything from everyone. So those videos will be out until probably, call it Feb 1, whenever those kind of stop to release.
Yeah, we don't know, to be honest, guys, for you guys, what that release schedule is going to look like. That is not kind of something we are sort of in control of anymore. So, like Mikey said, we filmed a load of stuff. We filmed 4 videos with TaylorMade for a new product, 4 with Callaway, 4 with Ping, 4 with Cobra. Cobra will be out this week.
Out this week, yeah.
Later this
3
week.
days from now, yeah, Friday.
So new Cobra product coming. So yeah, you'll still see us lots of January. It'll be in obviously in our kind of November's work. And then yeah, the new faces on the channel, the new personalities that are taking the baton will take it on. And good luck to them. It's not an easy job by any means. You know, I like to think the standard, the bar's been set pretty high. You know, certainly, I think our audience demands that, you know, we do reviews that are full of, you know, good information, and there's certain integrity behind what we're saying, that what we're, you know, there's no narrative or BS behind it, you know, and that's, I'll be honest, that's not easy. There's a lot of channels out there doing golf equipment reviews or whatever it may be, but they kind of, you know, our channel sort of grew a little bit quicker than some of the other ones. Club Champion had their own channel back in the day, you know, and that was one of the, I think, attractive things about TXG was, you know, certainly the kind of audience and the community that we had built through you guys. So yeah, there'll be some pressure on those boys for sure.
Definitely. A good friend, Mick Crawley. Hi guys, thank you for creating an excellent channel. It's been a challenge. Huge knowledge delivered to the average Joe. Thank you, sir. Hope you're well.
Mick, I will give you a call later today. I want to chat to you about something. I'll give you a call later today, just a wee note.
Yeah, call me too. Call me.
I'm sick of the sight.
This is the last time Ian and I will ever see each other, folks.
I know, can you believe that? I was saying to Tracy today, this is probably the last time I'll ever be inside this studio. I don't live close to here. I live a good hour away from here, so...
You can come visit.
Yeah, I probably won't. To be honest, I'm just being honest. I mean, I've no reason to come to this end of the city really anymore.
Well, you did 7 years ago. Oh, we need one as far as we can away from where we live. Cheers, pal.
Well, I literally remember. I remember saying to your dad, I want one south of the 401, east of the 404, and we literally like put a pin in the map, and literally we landed here. And then we drove up here one day, and we'd been in a few kind of more industrial spots around the city, and we came here, and the minute the two of us walked in, we just went, it feels like an Apple store.
Yeah.
The full glass, you know, front to this facility. The fact it was literally in its sort of, construction phase. We were the first tenants really in here. So it was such a cool, unique space. So immediately I knew this was the one.
I've been trying to talk to this person for 6 months, but he can't pick up his phone.
He's
always on. He's always on Do Not Disturb. I don't care. Friendship never has barriers.
He's not even in the same province. He's been in Calgary for 3 months.
Calgary, Schmalgary. Anything, Brooks? Thank you.
All
The
right.
2 goats. Next, you'll be having us eat grass.
Couple of billy goats.
Alexander Chung, our boy from Scotland.
Yep.
Definitely missed the Monday Q&As.
Yep.
Dave Fogel still mad at us for not visiting when we were in Jacksonville. We had bigger and better things to do, Dave Fogel.
Let's see.
John Peterson, looking forward to the future endeavors.
Yep, absolutely, John. Skippy Skip, best 50-gram driver shaft. Is there such a thing as a best? I don't know. I don't know if there's a best 50-gram driver shaft.
There's lots of good ones.
Lots.
Everyone makes a good one.
Lots of good ones.
Acra make good stuff.
Yeah.
Graphite Design make great stuff. Mitsubishi, TB 50. Skippy Skip. Skip on over to the fitting bay.
Let's pick one, if we had to. 50-gram. That's going to cover the bases.
Honestly, GX 250. M4. Call
To
it
be
a
honest,
day.
whether you're a GX2 something, whether you're a Tensei Blue, whether you're a Ventus Blue, like in that middle of the range, there's a softer profile and a stiffer profile. It's amazing how many people you can cover with those like blue or middle profiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of those will be good. Most stable. I like the Tensei White.
Yeah.
I think Tensei 1K White 50 in terms of stable is really, really good. All right, where do we go? Ray, spill the beans in the new gear. Can't get in trouble now. It's funny. Gino is asking thoughts on Fergara driver shafts. Seen Mikey following them on Insta.
Yeah, I mean, I played it
Is it
for.
Fergara or is it Faruga?
I thought it was Faruga.
I thought it was Faruga.
Good. It just, I mean, probably played a little too soft of
Played soft, yeah.
of a shaft, but yeah, I liked it for a little bit.
What's Mikey doing after this? Where can we find him? Where can they find you, Mikey?
In the office.
Wherever the wind will blow you.
Yeah. We're here. We're here and we're living.
Our friend Chris Freitag, a sincere thank you to both of you. The channel and your continued excellence over the years. Well done, gentlemen. Stand up and take a bow. It's been quite the ride. Thank you, Mr. Freitag. Yeah, only been quite the ride because of people like yourself. We wouldn't have been able to do anything without our client base and people like yourself and Ronnie the Rocket, and you know, there's thousands and literally thousands of others who we would call our kind of staple over the last 7 years. So we've only been able to do what we do because of our clients, and so you guys are as much to be thanked as us.
There's one from the real boss, Miss Tracy Fraser. Congratulations, lads, on a great run. You've done an incredible job.
You've come a long way.
Proud wife and pal.
See, she's your
I
pal.
know. You told me Trace hated me.
Oh, Tracy.
Oh, hi, Trace.
Thank you, wifey.
That's an OG employee.
Yeah, that's the boss.
Oof.
Tell you what, when the boss speaks.
Oh, man, there's many a fear in here.
Yep, for those of you who don't know, my lovely wife was our ops manager for how many years? The first 4 years? Or 3 years? 3 years, 2017. I'd say first 3.5 years. And to be honest, built, a great team and sort of, I mean, those were probably the years of TXG kind of being TXG, wasn't it? Like that was at the core, us, Greg.
Oh, aye.
I mean, it just
That was the core. That was some fun times.
Yeah, difficult though.
Aye, difficult.
Very difficult.
Some walls have been punched.
There's a dent in a wall in here, guys. Actually, we might take a wee picture of that today, leaving the place. There's a dent in a wall over an argument that went down one time. I actually still look at that and go, how did I not break a bones in my hand or something?
Kidding.
But it's when something means that much to you, you'll fight for it quite literally. What else? What?
Whisker Rob. So let's get the real questions of our 4 co-hosts you've had over the years. It's obvious, Ian, you didn't pick them for their looks. So what quality did you choose them by? Well, Whisker Rob.
Well, I think.
Don't hold back.
I mean, in terms of co-hosts, obviously, so Cammy started with us, and I think it wasn't a comfort zone for Cammy, right? Wasn't a comfort, and he was pretty new to fitting and stuff like that, so it wasn't his comfort zone. And I think, I don't want to say, when Matt joined the team, the intention when we got together was not for him to be. It wasn't, the idea was not for him and I to do videos together. It was to kind of create some content that could live on a website. Mm-hmm. That was literally it. And we had done some videos together on, I think someone actually just said it, about on Sean Clement's channel.
Oh, right, yeah.
And obviously, Matty hit it good. He speaks very well, and there was an inquisitiveness about Matt that was really representative of the audience. And I think that was one of the things that worked so well at the time. It was kind of like having somebody who might watch the channel sit next to you who had excellent demonstration skills, high speed, so that was that was a definitely attractive partner. Was great at the editing and the production side of it, and could kind of be a one-stop shop for all of that part of it. And it really organically grew out of that. So. It wasn't some kind of certainly master plan. It kind of, we stumbled across it. And then obviously after that, Brath was in for a little bit, in between his golf.com and, where was he before that? Golf WRX and golf.com. So we had Ryan helping us with the social content, which was great. And after that, was into
Boucher was in for a little bit.
Yeah, Boucher was in for a little bit. Yeah, when he was in town. I mean, at that time he was kind of really just kind of getting himself into the social game, and he was traveling a bunch. But he was, I mean, to be honest, huge kudos to Mac. He was literally flying from Vancouver, and he was doing it when he was in town, which was nuts. But we're hugely grateful for him, because there was a void on the channel at that point, and the co-hosting and all that sort of stuff. And then our boy Mikey.
You're welcome, everybody.
Would you like to expand on it from your standpoint?
No, I mean, there's been times where I've always been on the channel bits and bobs, whether it's, to test irons or whatever, but to do it, I guess you can call it, full time, it's just you and I. It's always been, I'll tell you, when we first started, when you're like, I need you to just come for one Monday and see what it's like. I was sick and nervous, and I mean, as soon as the camera's rolling, you go, your stuff, but it's still nerve-wracking.
But kudos to you though for like anything in life, sort of taking a challenge and embracing it. I mean, a challenge is meant to be a challenge. It's not meant to be easy. So, I think the fact that you've done it, and look how comfortable you feel doing it, that you don't think about it anymore. Yeah. Like there are no butterflies, there are no nerves that come with it, but can you imagine thinking back that you would feel that way about it?
Yeah.
But that's like anything in life, that's called growth.
Yeah.
So
it's fun that way. I mean, I guess a skill set I never thought in the industry I would learn, to be comfortable in front of a camera. I mean, if someone was to say, can you do something for us, we'd be able to do it, which is cool. So it's been fun. Obviously, it's been fun to do it with someone that is your best friend. You get to work with your best friend is a rarity. So it's been a lot of smack talk, making fun of each other, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, and that's the part we'll certainly miss doing that sort of stuff, and let's call it the short term. We'll miss doing that sort of stuff together, but you know, it's something we enjoy doing, so we need to find a way to make that happen more in the future.
Definitely. Right? Hail, Stephen is saying.
Come on, Stephen, don't bring the tone down.
It's been an amazing channel. Thanks so much, guys. I learned so much, and you helped motivate me. All the best.
Good, Stephen. I appreciate that, pal.
I had to throw the hail in there. That's quite nice.
Devastating.
That's awfully nice. Rob Potter. 7 years, gents. That's insane. To anyone who's in the UK or indeed travel to Manchester and fancy a round, message me, and you're all welcome to have a knock with me at my new club, Dunham Forest. All right, Rob Potter, I'll see you there, pal. No problem. I love a game. I'm dying to play golf right now.
Are you?
Oh, dying to play golf. That's the first time I hit balls in 2 weeks, and I just dying to play golf.
Today. We done a little iron fit for Mikey today. Got him into a new set of irons.
Oof.
Pretty good, that.
It is quite good, yeah. You're quite good at your job, the guru. Oh, don't leave.
Quite nice. Quite nice.
Big one. Alexander Chung. How are you boys getting on with your TPI exercises? Oh, can you tell I've been doing them? I started going to TPI cert instructor and hope that it will help me improve the swing. I think the app's kicked me out, and I don't know my password.
Alexander, and for those of you who, most of you will know, I've kind of announced what my next thing will be and kind of what I'll be getting involved in. And a big part of that involves fitness and lifestyle and wellness and, you know, making sure that you can move and sort of do all the things in your life that ultimately don't hold you back from doing the things you love to do. And for a lot of us on this channel, it's golf. So I've been doing a lot of my TPI stuff. There's, I tell you what, there's some things to it. I mean, I shared a couple of videos on my Instagram recently in terms of rotation, but there's a couple of exercises, and you'll laugh at this because this is the level of weirdo that I am. Put your finger right in between your ribs.
Okay.
Right? It's sore, isn't it?
Aye,
That's muscle tightness. If it hurts, it's muscle tightness. So there's some things about like how your rib cage moves and how, you know, flexible and, you know, how our body is able to move in 3 dimensions. And a big part of that is within our upper body is how much tightness we have between our ribs. And most of us get compression through the ribs and we kind of shorten those parts. One of the things that's really helped me is it's from my exercise program is breathing exercises.
Oh, yeah.
So you do some breathing exercise for your upper chest, you do some for your lower rib cage. How you move after it, it's unbelievable.
Really?
It literally feels like someone's taking you and like it's been stretched or something like that. And it's literally just by doing expansive breaths that pull your ribs apart and give you sort of more space for movement. And ultimately, just it's incredible how much better you feel after doing it. So I will definitely be sharing a lot of that stuff over on my new channel. Did the channel ever help you get a date, Michael? It did, actually. I think it did.
Who?
One of the girls that, oh no, you were on a date and somebody recognised you, you're at a game, something like that.
When there's 242,000 40-plus-year-olds, I don't think he's getting much of a date.
Okay. Daniel Diaz, great job with the channel. It was fun seeing how it grew and how it overcame various hurdles and challenges. Best of luck for whatever comes next. It's a great point. Lots of hurdles and challenges. I mean, think of going through COVID. One thing that's different about our channel is it was tethered to a business. Mm-hmm. 9 out of 10 businesses go out of business in the first, whatever it is, 3 years, whatever that stat is. So the reality is, you know, if we didn't have a successful business behind it, there would never have been a channel. So that's the one thing if you're, you know, one of the YouTubers, you know, that you guys are familiar with in the UK, you know, they are their business. The YouTube channel is the business. That was never the way for us. So we were always a bit more vulnerable to what if the business is going through hard times?
Yeah.
What if the store shuts for 10 out of 15 months, which it did. You know, all that sort of stuff. So
dark days.
Yeah. All right, there's a lot going in here. I'm trying to sort of stay current with what's going on. Let's try and go through let's go 10 minutes of quick fire just to try and take as many questions as we can today.
Okay, I'm pretty far up, so.
Okay, I think I am as well. And Andrew's asking, what's the content future look like for this channel without the core guys working together? I think you'll see that in the next, I don't know when it is.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think you'll see that. There'll be new faces. There'll be a new venue. It'll all look new. But the one thing I'd just say, like anything in life, like judge it once you've seen it. You know, give it a try, and you know if it's not for you, then it's not for you. If there's still value in it for you, then great. You know, they're Club Champion's still going to be getting access to review things, you know, first, and getting great access to the OEMs. We were hugely fortunate to be looked after by the OEMs, and that the new group will be afforded the same, you know, privileges as we were. So, yeah, give it a try. Definitely give it a try. All right, where are we?
Lots of congratulations, David Anderson.
Thank you, David.
Love learning from you guys. Congratulations on your new ventures.
Thank you, my friend. Did you ever meet David when we were out at KBS?
No.
No? Nice guy. Hey guys, i230 irons or T150s, pros and cons to them. 150s for me. i230s, there's more bounce on them, the larger head size, they don't feel quite as good. More game improvement, I would say, on the i230s.
I know, we struggle with that one.
Ping names, SI, S159.
I know.
Struggle with that. Yeah. Yep, indeed. So I would say 150s. You can.
Richard Brooker is saying, will your channel have subtitles? It's not that hard. It's basically just rough Canadian that he speaks now.
I think we've merged together. Like I speak a softened Scottish and you speak a hardened Canadian or something like that. I think the two of us are stuck somewhere over the Atlantic between Canada and the UK.
Definitely.
Definitely. On a Tuesday on YouTube.
Faraci.
We cheesy pizza. All right.
Here we go.
There you go.
What is the purpose of the new 1K green versus the orange?
This.
Whoops.
Oh, what are you doing?
That's the new 1K red. Oof.
Big boy shaft.
A little bit of green in your life?
I like it. I actually do like it. I really know. I don't know why.
And that's the close green too. It's not like this is a forest green.
That's quite nice.
Green with a bunch of hoops.
I don't know. I think it actually looks quite good. But it is a Tensei orange profile. It was made for Kiradach Afi Barnrat. He liked the green. They made a limited number of, I think it was 50 of them, something like that. And once they were out, they were out. There was limited weights, and I think it was only made in X-Flex. So I was, as somebody who loves the Tensei, I don't know why I ever took that 1K orange out of my bag.
Yeah, you did hit that good.
I've got it in my driver, and honestly, I don't know whether it's just.
Did you loft up?
No, but I do need to. I need a 9 degree. I need a 9 degree with a 1K orange. I'm driving it the best I've driven it in so long. My driving's been really good again. But I'm back to my 1K orange. It's good.
Scott Yuska, thank you both. Appreciate all the knowledge and banter.
Thank you, Scott. Much appreciated. Ashley, long-time lurker. Good luck with whatever the future brings. Too bad I'll miss an opportunity being fit by Ian when I win the lottery. I think there's a few lurkers, people who enjoy coming on the channel, but they don't partake in a bit of the banter and stuff like that. You know what? It's a bit like we shy guy here, you know?
Oh, here we go.
If you don't just put yourself a wee bit out there and just, you know what I mean? You never know how much you'll enjoy it, be part of something. Oh. You know what I mean? How do you feel now? I'm proud of myself. Look how proud you are at the family table. Oh, Mike, we saw your video on YouTube.
Look
Uncle
right
Dom.
here.
There you go.
My sister What are each of your peaks and pits of this journey? What do you like most about working together? Can't give Tracy all the spot.
It's a family.
This was discussed
Family
at
get together.
family dinner yesterday.
Was it?
Oh, it's the last video, the final countdown. Peaks and pits.
Okay, go on. You go first. Floor's yours.
Peaks are the travel, because the travel gets more inside jokes made with the people on those trips, which always makes it laugh. The pits. We've had some rough days in here some people where we forget to press the record button. We forget to capture Windows G.
You know what? No, looking at those at the time on those days were
Those were some
frustrating, right?
rough days.
But like, do you not think though when you look back at that, like those are the days you laugh about?
I laugh about it now.
But it's like the five, it's like we always talk about the building demos into the wee hours of the morning. But now we think of that time, it was hell.
Yeah.
But we think about it now like, oh, those are the days. Remember those days when you used to
take
put
it
in
back?
that grind? What?
You take some of those days back, like to do it again.
Aye, definitely. And we will do it again. There's no doubt about that. Those days will come again. So, it's that's part of our DNA. That's who we are. That's why this thing's been successful. Because you and I, in the kind of back end of 2016, knew that we wanted to build something worth building.
Mm-hmm.
We spent probably the best part of 2.5 years of doing the same thing, grinding our nuts off. To be honest, way more than we did in the middle and back end of the role, because that's the nature of anything. You put in the hard yards, and all of a sudden, out the soil comes a wee shoot, and then the next thing is, poof, off it goes, and that's what happened to TXG. But I look back at those days, and those were the days I remember so fondly. I don't really remember much of the middle.
No.
Because the thing took care of itself at that point, but you raise the thing and nurture the thing. So I think COVID was a huge challenge. I mean,
COVID was a big head scratcher, because we did do things where you were still able to film, which was great. Unfortunately, we had to lay everyone off.
Which was dreadful. I mean, I remember
we did a video on Autoflex, and I cold called 100 customers, and we sold Autoflex, which was probably a way that helped keep the lights on at certain points.
Between Autoflex and the channel.
And the online store. I think that online Shopify store was,
it's good.
it helped a ton. So. But
the amount of tears that have been shed over this company, over whether it's arguments, whether it's customers not getting things, as fast as we want, whether it's letting people down, whether it's, receiving a note that makes you cry because of, good tears, think of the people who have travelled through Pearson Airport to come, here.
Crazy.
From that's my peak, to be honest, is the people I've met from all over the world. Australia, Hong Kong,
Kuala Lumpur.
Dubai, Kuala Lumpur. There's so many. That's a peak for me. It's just the people that we would meet. What do we like about working with each other?
Nothing.
Honestly, that's the hardest question of the day.
Oh, here we go. Here's someone who was part of the channel. Patrick Burke. Is the Starbucks teas on deck, only fitting for the last one?
Well,
Scott Yeaman was supposed to bring us the tea, and
Yeaman's a letdown. I said to him just before, I said, are you coming over for the last live? You guys will remember Scott Yeaman, the guy who, that's the one you need subtitles for. And he said, oh, I'll be over in a wee while. I'll get a Starbucks. Lemon loaf. Honestly, no sign of him.
So no, Paddy, we're struggling here. I've got a sore throat. I could kill a tea. But yeah, Paddy Burke was on the channel. What was that session called?
Paddy and I used to do a Q&A. I used to enjoy it. It was good. I don't even know if it's still on the channel, to be honest. I don't know. But Paddy used to do... Oh, I think it was actually on Instagram. We used to do it. He used to come up with 10 questions. Some boy. I mean, the whole team, to be honest. I mean, there's a big old family.
Last week, one of our team members was in town for a couple weeks, and we put a list together of people who have come and gone, hired or fired, or just have left and gone on to do other things, and it's like 35 people on the list. It's a lot of people. But when we've hired people, the ones we've hired really, really good people that want to work on a team, someone like a Patty. All our fitters are, past and present, are some of the best people I've gotten to know. So, hell of a team.
The toughest part about walking out the door was leaving those people behind, I'll be honest. Knowing that I wouldn't have that kind of day-to-day connection. So, thoughts on Scotty Scheffler on the weekend?
So good. I love Scotty Scheffler.
Would he win by 6?
Something like that.
I think the next best was 19. He was 25.
The best thing is he's on one hole and Tiger's in the booth. And they're like, all right, Tiger, you can call some golf for us? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And he's like, oh, okay, Scotty's going to hit 8 iron, whatever. And he sticks it to like a foot. And you're like, legend.
That is legendary. I tell you what, peaking at 413 people on the live is the highest I may have seen all year.
Welcome to the show, folks.
Thank you.
Brad Simpson, I know that some pretty bad mishits that didn't make the cut over the years. I'd pay money to see a compilation of the worst of the worst. I have roofed a driver in here. I had the amount of words we have said in here. Phew. We'd get cancelled.
I do think that is part of YouTube that, doesn't sort of, people don't see what goes on. Like, the finished product is so good, and kudos to Cody and Casey, because the finished product is so good. It's so polished. But how they polish some of the turds that we've put out, it's just like, sometimes I'm looking at it going, wow, that's not good.
One thing I'll say is when you're hitting shots, although there's tons of editing, not tons, but there's editing. Some shots you hit, you're like, I just want to get done for these boys so they can get home to their families. You can get home. Like, you just want to rush to get it done. But I mean, they edit. They make us look good.
Yeah, no, and
they
ultimately
Photoshop it.
Mikey's got this thing about like everything's solvable with Photoshop.
Why? No problem.
And for
AI.
however long it's been, we've been working with the boys the best part of 3 years.
I say it just to get Casey going.
Aye.
You can't Photoshop a video.
Yeah. All right, what else we got?
Vic Crawley is buying us pints, sending us €59. That's like 2,000 Canadian.
I know. Thank you, Mick.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, as always, my friend.
Drinking out of a Waterford crystal glass.
I know, the finest of them all.
Rob Coates, another one that's been on the channel.
That's
End of an era for me. I played golf with Rob this year.
Yeah. Well, I think that's another thing, we sort of have to remember as well. Like some of the kind of giveaways, like I think our first giveaway was like a Tensei Blue shaft or something like that at 5,000. I think Mitsubishi gave us a Tensei Blue, and then we had a Strixon giveaway at one point for a set of Strixon irons.
That's the other thing, the OEMs that have supported it.
Yeah,
Ryan Andrews.
Yeah, massively. Johnny Wonder done our, what did he do, 200k giveaway? Done
wedges and balls. And
full Callaway kit.
Yeah, fly out to California.
Yep. I think for maybe the 150, was it? There was a Pinehurst trip, was it for 150? We had a great trip with the boys, with the lads down to Pinehurst. That was absolutely fantastic. They got Nike clothes, they got VA shafts that we fitted them for at Pinehurst. Played number 2, 4, 8, and 5, I think, which was absolutely amazing. It's been a lot of fun. John Fishburne, thanks for the memories, boys. Appreciate that, John. Yeah, USGA conforming list today, QI35. Hitting the conforming list. Can't say too much about it. That's quite good. Cropston, the E Institute. That's quite smart, that. Too smart for me to think about it. All right, let's try and get caught up here. Zach C. Mike should start a food review channel. You've been talking about doing, what's your channel called? The Honest Golf?
Honest Reviews.
Honest Golf Reviews. It's not monetized because there's tons of swearing. Who gives a monkeys? All right, let's see.
Adam Dickinson is asking if you're still playing the Acra Reds, just reshafted my irons with them from PX65. Did you shaft your gap wedge with the red as well, or another
No,
red shaft?
my gap wedge has a Modus 120 in it, as does my pitching wedge. I think, no, is it? No. I think my pitching wedge might have a... No, pitching wedge is an Acra. So I do 5 to wedge with the Acra Reds 120s, and then I do an Oban 100 in my 4-iron. Makes that a little rocket ship. So really good. Really, really good.
Someone's asking, they thought you were leaving.
I thought Ian was leaving. I am leaving. I have left, John. This is a farewell, a final goodbye. That's what today's all about.
You will see videos
Yeah.
with us on the channel for the new year up until probably February or whatever, and then there'll be other new team members as well.
John, I moved on. I moved out of my position on October 1st, so I am focused on other things right now. But I did have a sort of, or I wanted to sort of make sure the channel transitioned really, really nicely, really well.
Oh, good. Oh, goodness.
He better have a Starbucks with him.
There's no chance he does.
Useless.
Yeah, there's a new team. There will be a new team.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And the full gear.
You look homeless.
Where are you working? Just round the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, my grandfather, Mr. Scott Yeaman.
I'm not dressed for this.
Take the hat off. You look like a joke.
Where am I looking at? Over here.
The camera.
Look, I'll take the hat off, right? Look, was that any better?
Yep.
Tell you look fast.
Hello, Granddad.
Are you, Michael?
Hi, good.
Sad day for us all, though, eh?
We're going to miss you.
For us all.
But I'm not YouTube.
I'll never
for
see you
us.
again.
I know, we've got no reason to call you
Promises,
anymore.
promises, Michael, eh?
No reason to call you.
You actually came with no Starbucks?
I went in, they didn't put your order in. I asked them. I texted them back.
We're
Look,
filming.
I've literally left my phone open, so I wouldn't
I
miss
put it
your
on the
text.
I put it on the thread.
Oh, did you? Useless, honestly.
Ah, well, you can drive back around and go
I'm
get
going
it.
to go and get it. Come, just came in to get your money. Normally in the season I'd be playing you boys and have plenty of your money with
Correct.
me.
Oh,
This
aye.
is correct.
How was Stream Song?
How's your partner on, right? Was it not?
Aye.
Dino's having the glass of wine to
Aye.
celebrate that.
0-3.
Mr. Larry Watson in the chat. On to the next chapter. All the best to you both. Well done, thank you. All right, let's see.
You know, fellas, it's been a great run and looking forward to what you both do in the future. You guys are the reason I became a gearhead.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Can you say purple burglar alarm?
Purple burglar alarm.
Say it 3 times fast.
No, I
Go
can't.
on.
Purple burglar alarm, purple
Blah, blah, blah,
burglar
blah, blah.
alarm, purple burglar alarm. That's quite good.
That is
You
not
say
bad.
it.
No. No, I'm not doing it. Are Project X and C tapers relatively interchangeable? I think somebody who plays a set of, C tapers and they're looking to get out them for whatever reason would probably hit a Project X. So in that sense, Aidan, yes, I think they are. They're not the same. They are not the same. Project X is a stable handle, really stable tip, softer midsection, material added to the tip. The weight, the extra 5 grams that goes gets added to the tip to make it stiffer progressively. So that's not how a C-taper shaft evolves. So yeah, that's, I get your point though. They are at a certain weight and flex, X-flex designation that call it 130 grams versus a PX70, relatively same ballpark. Okay. Any info on the TPT iron shafts? We don't have any info on that, do we?
Who invited him, honestly? What a mistake.
What? What's he doing?
Yeaman. He's making noises.
Yeah, annoyance. Whisker's asking, who's an athlete and why are...
I think these are so old, because then I answered the question after.
Okay, got it. Okay. Let's get. I'll get caught right up. So if any of you have a question that you desperately want to add it in now, and we'll try and catch them as they go. There was a load in there. Here's Dean Fry. Did Yeaman bring the Percy pigs for the last show? He's brought absolutely nothing.
First of all, folks,
he's turned up looking like a homeless person.
Dean Fry, this is the first time he's ever watched one of these videos. He doesn't even subscribe to the channel. But nice to have you here, Dean Fry. He's a little under the weather.
He did walk in front of one of my videos one time.
Yeah, he got roasted. Dean Fry, nice guy. Everyone, if you need a fitting in Mississauga, Dean Fry, Baked Bean is your guy.
We have the... where is it? On the Screws podcast. What's up, boys? What is up, my man? Nick is asking, will TaylorMade come out with a zero torque putter? I haven't seen anything, but you wouldn't be surprised, would you?
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be surprised. No.
Corey is confused why we're doing this live.
I'm confused why they're doing this. Corey, there's a lot of people on there. I'm not sure if you're one of them. I'm not sure if you've been watching the channel for a while. There are lots of people who we wanted to say thank you to today. We wanted to have a little walk down memory lane and share some of the moments that have meant something to us. That ultimately, Corey, is what a community is all about. It's when, we miss you guys as much as you guys are, going to miss us on a Monday. That's what this is about today. So it's a final farewell from us. Yeah, that's what this is all about. So maybe you're new to the channel and haven't sort of been part of the lives. The lives are as much about checking in with each other and how are things going, a bit of inside jokes and things like that. We get to equipment questions and sort of that type of thing, whether that's, the cold hard, what you want is some questions answered. We'll get to that as much as we can. But today is a little bit of a reflection. Mm-hmm. Is Cody moving on to FGI?
Where is Cody?
We're trying to get Cody and Casey on.
Cody's shy. He's very shy. Casey's not shy. He loves it.
Loves the camera.
He's a part of it. If it wasn't for Casey, there'd be no channel. He's Cody's boss.
There he is.
Oh, come on, lads.
Look at these lads.
Everybody, this is Cody.
Cuddy.
Hello, everybody.
And this is Casey.
Two
The
handsome
legends.
brothers.
They make us look good.
As they depart. That's the boys. That's the magic. The men behind the magic. They make it happen. The lives. This live nearly never happened with a battery issue. That's doing really well.
You just
actually.
never plug it in. Charge your electronics
I plugged it
in.
in. It's fine. Do you know the amount of times on a Monday that we turned up and this has been no charge? The boys have always got a charger. All right. What's the worst clubs you've reviewed on the channel?
Everyone makes great stuff. I could tell you one.
Go on then.
Those irons that were, like, they had onset. They were horrendous.
I can't remember the name of those.
It was like Mod 1 or something.
Mod ones or something.
That was awful. Sorry, folks, but that was awful.
Yes, the truth. That's what you'll be talking about in your new channel, in the honest reviews. I think there was some tour edge wedges that came through one time that I wouldn't review. I just didn't fancy it. I just didn't think they added kind of value to the market. What's the worst? I remember testing some wedges one time from a company, and I actually remember having to call the company afterwards and go, do you realise when your wedges are wet that they absolutely do not work? They weren't great. There was definitely You know, not just us that have gotten better over the years, the equipment has gotten a heck of a lot better as well. Ian can't even charge his whoop in his own time, let alone... I actually left that on from this morning. It's been on all morning since I charged my whoop this morning. I put it on when I'm traveling.
Well, your phone percentage is quite good too. That's a first.
No, I'm doing all right. And to be honest, I don't have much to do right now. I'm out of work.
No
I'm
kidding. You're
I'm
retired.
unemployed. I'm retired.
Dennis T, end of an era. This is the channel that turned me into a club junkie. Biggest takeaway I got was to get properly fitted.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Whisker, I mean, honestly, do you know my reluctance to give you guys a What's in the Bag update is that it's exactly the same as the last time I've done a What's in the Bag update. It's boring these days, you know? I think
It is boring.
basket case Ian that existed, you know, probably in his peak, was it last year probably? He's kind of went away. I don't really, I might try a new shaft in my driver from time to time, but yeah, it's a GT3. It is Mizuno irons. I would say it's still, I've all year I've said it, whether I'm 3-wood or whether I'm mini driver. That flips and flops, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm still playing that same little Titleist 5-wood that you and I get fit into. Mizuno irons, Titleist wedges, Champion's Choice putter. Guys, unfortunately, and I feel like I disappoint people when I tell them it's
Shocker.
the same stuff. But it is the same stuff.
Brian Randall, our skinny putter grip's dead. No.
Aye.
No.
I think so.
Not
I
me.
think so.
I got a Lambkin Sing Fit skinny.
That's not-
Jim Furyk said I have quite a good putter. Thanks, Jim.
Did he say that?
He said we're both good putters. Ask Cody. He's got it on.
These boys can putt. I think
Record.
was the exact words.
Perfect.
When did those videos come out?
When does the Jim Furyk video come out?
Next week.
Yeah, man, you don't have a clue.
About anything.
Honestly.
Greg Wayne, thanks and much success, happiness in your new ventures. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Our friend Dave Zano, can I get a selfish shout out that I'll miss you guys? Best golf channel ever. Thank you. Becan, how was it getting waxed by Lexi?
Not great.
Wasn't great, no. She was. To
be fair, we did not.
She was relentless that day.
We did not putt great that day.
Oh, our putt was terrible. Terrible looking back.
Greens
at that.
were bumpy. They were punished.
They were not bumpy. She putted unbelievable.
So good.
See the amount of putts that she could have holed? Like the amount of putts that just burned an edge or...
Makes me sick.
Unbelievable. I mean, obviously for those of you who watched the Lexi videos, you know, comments were great. Lots of love for Lexi, which I'm so pleased. I think one thing that maybe the people who watch golf videos, YouTube videos, don't realize is, even somebody like Lexi would be nervous about playing or filming that day.
Yeah.
Because there's an audience there you know what, you want to be judged, fairly, or you want to be thought of as, good golfer, nice person, all this. Obviously, huge kudos to the audience because you guys gave her so much love, which very much was appreciative of. So, yeah, it was great.
Always a negative spin.
Always. Kyle H, you've given us more laughs this year than anyone. What was that one day Kyle went on a tear with, would you rathers or something like that? Do you remember that?
Aye. I love a would you rather game.
We done it the whole way back from, where was it after the...
Jacksonville to Tampa.
From Jacksonville to Tampa.
We decided to have a road trip.
Cody came out with the most disgusting would you rathers that I've ever heard. That's still a bit scarred by it. Aye. So we're going to give Kyle's son Max a final shout out. Always makes his day. Best of luck, gents. Always enjoyed the time and the content.
Hey, Max.
How are you, pal? We'll miss being on the channel on a Monday with you guys too.
Ron Marcello, glad to see you go. Gonna save me a ton of money. All the best.
There'll be a few people saying that. Tell you what, there'll be a few wives that'll be pleased that we're moving on.
They won't hear our voices anymore.
They're sick of hearing about us.
I got stopped in a grocery store the other day, and the guy's like, "Oh, of the channel. You know what's funny? In the beginning, those were weird. And then some of the people you hear that say it, it's like funny to me because it's like, what do you care? Like, it's me. The guy's like, oh, like, the wife is like, oh, you're on my TV all the time. I'm like, oops, sorry.
It's weird, isn't it? Getting used to it is strange. Mikey, where can we find you after this channel?
At the office, in the fitting bay.
I mean, I think you'll find both of us on social media. We're not going anywhere from social media. You'll still see Mikey doing his golf and wine reviews. Still doing his Sunday Q&As. So always good.
Yeah. Always good. MKKK2K, mahalo from Hawaii. We'll miss the current team. I hope to visit Mike in the spring for a fitting. Thanks for the stellar education. Aloha.
Aloha. Love it. Daniel's asking, do you think the craze putters, is it craze putters? And the square drivers, what's crazy? Is that the
Crazy
ping?
was a ping putter, yeah.
I don't think crazy putters and square drivers will ever make a comeback.
No.
No, I don't. Rick Shepherd. Hopefully you're successful in your future endeavours, guys. Have a good one. We've got a homeless problem in Canada, and if you see a tent on the golf course, it'll be me, and don't be afraid to say hi. You can go and sleep under the bridge like Yemen.
Carlos Rodriguez for the super chat. Thank you, sir. I'm
Thank you,
playing
Carlos.
115 S300s in my ZX7. Way too whippy. When I go hard, I hook it 95 mile an hour, 7-iron. What's a similar feeling but much stiffer shaft looking at X100, 120, and 130? Any others you recommend? Are those similar? Carlos has a big question.
You got it?
Been playing, no, not really. 115 S300s.
Been playing 115S in my ZX7. Way too
too
whippy
light.
when I go hard and hook it. Yeah, so you're quick, Carlos. What's
Quick.
a similar feeling but much stiffer shaft? Looking at X1, 120. Yeah, those are the ones, Carlos. I think if you are looking at it as well, remember that Acra Red shaft has a dynamic gold handle and a Project X tip. So it will take a little bit of that kind of whippy, deflective feel out of the hand. So I would definitely say that would be well worth a try, giving the Acra Reds a try. You're going to probably end up in the bay with a good fitter as well, because Acra generally is only in the top kind of fitting studios. So you'll be in good hands.
James Morton Haworth. Feels like we're walking down the 18th with you guys.
Feels
in a
like
great round.
So it's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at it. That's so funny. Rob Coates, how many people ended up in the doghouse? Then Fogel, I was in the doghouse a few times. It's so true. Nobody's been in the doghouse more than Fogel. There's no doubt about that. Coates was in the doghouse apparently for saying you were handsome.
Aye, that's
You
creepy.
can't give
That's
Mikey
creepy.
You can't give Mikey a compliment.
I don't want it coming from a guy who's 7'8".
Jolly Giant. Joe Lane, that's one of our OGs. Ian, I've really enjoyed your channel, your personality. I'm not sure I read this correctly. Your personality, honest reviews, detailed club and fitting knowledge, your witty and sarcastic banter were the best. Thanks, Joe Lane. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Yeah, you've always had great questions for us. I know you're a very thoughtful person about your own equipment, and you've always came in on Mondays, asking about Apex irons or whatever it may be, and I always enjoyed your questions. So, thank you for always being a part of it as well. Very kind.
Shane Lambert, thanks for your knowledge and for having the passion to share it.
Thank you, Shane. We've definitely enjoyed it. Alex McTiernan, what do you look for when it comes to club head speed progression throughout the set? Alex, I think it can vary as you change. I mean, you're going to see probably a couple of miles an hour between clubs that are in progressive by the same amount, right? So as you decrease by half an inch or increase by half an inch, but the components stay of a progressive nature, the grip stays the same weight, the shaft stays about the same weight if it's constant or if it's constant weight, and then the head gets heavier as the iron gets shorter, right? So as a standard progression goes on, you'll see that the progression of speed being very linear. Then when you jump from maybe, call it like a 30, 8.5 inch 4 iron into maybe a 41 or 40.5 inch 3 hybrid, you might see, a 4 or 5 mile an hour spike, but that's offset by higher spin rates and things like that make sure the progression of distance is not out of whack. So it changes. It really does change. There's a few transitional parts in the bag, from the wedge from the pitching wedge, if it's a set wedge, into the wedges, from the longest iron into whatever the next club is, and then from a teed up club to a not teed up club. Those are some bridges in the set that need to be sort of covered, and that's the value of the fit, making sure that make nice, easy transitions. Mikey looks like he hasn't aged one day since he started on the podcast.
The podcast.
Great skin.
The YouTube.
The YouTube. The videos.
Will the big companies ever make extruded steel shafts? Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not.
Niche and expensive.
Mm-hmm. Any chance the UPS driver could make an appearance? We actually replaced the UPS driver with Pure Later driver, but he never turned up today. Cody was ready to lay him out.
Was Yeaman the only special guest? What a letdown. You can say that again.
Yeaman and Cody in case. We wanted to get the boys. Huh?
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Get Fogel back in the doghouse.
Fogel, you're back in the doghouse. Grandpa Yeaman. He's not even spelt your name right.
I know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. As you can see, we're still sitting here without our Starbucks, so
I know, I'm dying of thirst. Oh, just leave.
Just leave. All right, let's wrap this thing up. 2:03. We've got one more video to do before we're out. So one more final video. Guys, thank you as we've been saying all the way through today. It's been an honor, honestly, to come here and do these on a Monday, and as much as the cadence of them hasn't been as regular as it used to be, we still enjoy doing it when we do it. So thank you to all of you for participating, for maybe being uncomfortable and leaving comments. Those of you who have left super chats and bought us lunch and teas, and our friend John Jensen, who's normally in the money, he sent me a message the other day, said he couldn't make it. There's honestly so many of you who maybe couldn't make today, didn't know that that when we posted it over the weekend that it was going to be on, and you've got other things on. So maybe you watch this down the line, and maybe you'll stumble across this again, and just know that we're saying a thank you to you guys too. Whether you made the live or whether you catch this down the line, those of you who are part of the OG family, know you're part of the OG family, and that certainly means an awful lot to us. So.
$2.79 in by Scott Yeaman. That's because his bank account bounced for the $5.
I know. Check that credit card. It's melted. Man. Yeah. So huge thank you to all of you guys. Love all the love in the world from us.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And as I say, been a true honor to help you, and for you guys to trust us with your equipment questions and sort of growing that curiosity, growing a hobby, maybe for a lot of you that's turned into something else. I'm sure we've cost you a few bucks over the years, but
it's only money.
It's only money. So huge thank you to you guys, and please, you can find us. I think the way you can stay in touch with us, moving forward, will be in the short term through our own Instagram. you'll see what we're up to on there and obviously beyond. So
Definitely.
yeah. All right, guys. Have a great Christmas. Love to you guys and all your families and all the people around you. So have a great Christmas and happy holidays.